After profiling their audience, most brands and businesses have a perception of an ideal customer who will buy their products and services. Their marketing revolves around that perception. This is what creating a buyer persona is about. With content becoming pivotal in digital marketing, creation of buyer personas in details helps map content to those personas, making marketing more effective. It's also about making more informed decisions in the market. What will you learn? You will learn what is a buyer persona, why are they useful, how to create personas, and how to use personas for promotion. What are buyer personas? A buyer persona can be defined as a representation of your ideal customer. They are developed based on customer demographics and behavior, along with your own understanding of their motivation and challenges. So, how do they help? They help determine what kind of promotion strategies and the corresponding content that we may need. They set the tone, style, and delivery strategies for content. They understand the customers, the pain points, and target what they want to consume. At the most basic level, personas allow you to personalize or target your marketing for different segments of your audience. For example, instead of selling the same lead nurturing emails to everyone in your database, you can segment your message by persona buyer, tailoring your message according to what you know about those personas. For example, if we find that a person is buying a mobile accessory time and again, we know to target them for more accessories instead of targeting them to buy a laptop or a general kitchen accessory. We also need to take time to create negative personas because then we have the added advantage of being able to segment out the bad apples from the rest of the contacts, and that can help us achieve a lower cost per lead and a cost per customer, and then see and go for higher sales productivity. So, how do we create personas? To create a persona, you need consumer information about your target market. To create a person, you should conduct interviews with customers, prospects, and members of your sales teams and your customer service teams. You can also send out surveys or do your own research. Focus on the following topics when creating a persona. What is their demographic profile? What is their job and level of seniority? What does a day in their life look like? This is very important. What are their pain points and how does your product or service help them solve those pain points? What do they value most? What are their goals? And above all, where do they go for information? It's detailed personas are expensive. But then when you see the volume and interest in a keyword like buy spinners based on location using Google Trends, you know that you need to create that kind of persona. You can also see the demographics and psychographics in Google Keywords and Facebook Insights too. Use Google Analytics software, Adobe or Omniture, which again gives you great insights once a person has visited your website. Add additional fields in your form to know. You can sometimes find out, you see additional field on a form which says, where did you hear from us? They want to know what channel of marketing is working best for them. Or perhaps sometimes you find it is compulsory for you to give your position in the company, where you see VP or marketing, chief director, or sales, everything there as an option. So they want to know what type of people are looking at their product and service. I have now two forms with me. This is a form used by a digital marketing agency for its clients. Most of their clients are in the small and medium business categories, but then this stands true for almost all categories of business. So you start in this form with general details and then move on to the current target markets. It's possible that these target markets might be perceived and you need to create an hypothesis and then you should confirm it. In the case of this particular luggage company, the target markets were leisure travelers, but after creating their personas or during their analytics, they found out that most of their sales came from business travelers. Your next move would then to be put down the product or service that you actually want to promote and then identify the target market. You further have an hypothesis of what they might like or what they might dislike, or you may like to see what your competitors are doing. And based on that, you might decide your marketing and publishing strategy. For B2B customers, the parameters is the same, but then again, we need information about the industries, the stages of development, and the scales of the venture and investment. The forms for both are almost same, but the B2B, we need some slightly different kind of information. Again, this is a persona sample prepared for the B2B company. You can see here the detail of the sample prepared with, we have even small details which may seem irrelevant at this stage, but they give a more human face to the persona, making it much more easier to create a marketing strategy around a particular human face. So where do we use this persona? We use it in list segmentation when doing email marketing. We use it when creating the language or the content, when we use the same language as the persona speaks. For example, if we are targeting accountants, we speak the language of finance. If we're targeting lawyers, we have a more formalized language. We use personas to map them to the content that we have created, also to the sales funnel. And then we use it when we're redesigning our website so that we have included the persona behavior depending on the colors, the likes and dislikes, the navigation, the technicalities. And again, we use the personas to create dynamic content on social media and everywhere so that they appeal to our prospects. Since digital marketing is a lot about content extensive use, use of personas are made here. Map to the buyer stage, it's the most important part of digital marketing. This is an example of persona mapping to content done on a template provided by HubSpot for a factoring company that is in the B2B segment. As you can see, you have a persona name where you are targeting typical and the manufacturing industry. We are analyzing their pain points where they say need money, but they do not know whom to approach. They turn to friends who did not know either, and then they decide to go and check online. And then we have the life cycle stages of awareness, consideration, and decision, where the awareness is created by articles, the educating about the industry, about the tips, and the covering takeovers, whereby you are aware that a brand or a business exists, a business that is responsive to the pain points of the particular kind of customer. Again, then on the consideration, there would be competing businesses in the same segment. So they are considering it, they are reading the text on the website, they are going through the white papers, through the blogs, basically to decide who is the leader here and who suits them best. And finally, the decision-making stage where they would check out the testimonials, which collaborate what they are thinking, and they might even download the brochure or capture the phone number, follow up by email. There is no perfect customer, so you need to create more than one persona. Research your persona very well and try and include every detail you can find. Then create content to target each persona. For example, if I am selling kitchen accessories, I might have to create almost 10 or 12 types of personas, from the busy working woman to a work-at-home mom, or maybe a stay-at-home woman or a man. So my personas would be for each of them. And when I talk about content, I mean images, blog posts, videos, and even taglines. Everything matters when you are creating your persona.